please don't take this as as me being pissed off at this commenter up here. I actually like this commenter. I think he offers a lot to the comment section. I just disagree with him from time to time. And we were talking about, I was talking about Jelly Roll and him dodging questions about ICE, and how I believe that every single celebrity should be, and person in the country, not just celebrity, should be on record as to where they stand on ICE. But this gentleman came in and said the following. Smart celebrities keep their frickin' mouths shut about politics. Why lose half your audience? Did the Grateful Dead ever get political, Tom? Yes. Everyone knew they were liberal, but why make a big deal? Anyway, it goes on a little bit, just a slight bit long. TikTok tends to cut off the end of the comments, and it happens. If the Grateful Dead were political, I mean, Phil Lesh did endorse publicly Barack Obama. Bobby Weir did publicly endorse Kamala Harris. But even though the band, the Grateful Dead, back during their heyday, didn't do political endorsements necessarily, they did play for a governor once. Their very actions were political. At the time of the Grateful Dead's rise, the politics in this country was anti-counterculture, anti-drug use, anti-hippie culture, peace movement. You know, the 60s peace movement was anti-war, and the politics of the time was pro-war. Every single thing the Grateful Dead did on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, month-to-month basis, was political in nature. It was defiance in the face of a growing federal presence of, very similar to what we have now, a right-wing attempted takeover of the federal government, with a growing presence in the states of, we're going to crack down on these peace protests, we're going to crack down on these anti-war demonstrations, we're going to crack down on the people that are doing the drugs. And the Grateful Dead stood for all of that. Their very existence was political. And yes, members of the Grateful Dead did get political. And I'm going to go back to what I said before. Even if they never did get political, even if nobody from the Grateful Dead ever endorsed a political candidate, and even if nobody from if the actions of the Grateful Dead's events in the 60s and 70s weren't political in nature by their very existence, I'm going to go back to what I said in the original video. Every single person, in my opinion, needs to be on record. This isn't just a disagreement on tax policy or a disagreement on education policy. This is a literal military takeover of the United States of America. The right wing in this country is using, the president of the United States of this country is using politics, a military presence, I should say, to influence the politics of this country. They're talking about surrounding the polls with ICE. They're murdering American citizens in the streets for nothing. They're arresting American citizens for recording them with their phone. Yeah, I think that everybody, whether it be Jelly Roll, who's a very influential and popular figure, or it's the guy doing the custodial work at your local elementary school, and everybody in between, should be on record. This is a turning point in this country. And I'm sorry, I don't think anybody gets to duck the question this time. Like I said in the other video, nobody gets to clock out on this one. Do you stand for freedom? Do you stand for constitutional rule of law? Or do you back what's going on? And silence in the face of this is complicity. Silence is condoning what's going on. Jelly Roll didn't have the balls to come out and say, yeah, I'm MAGA and I support this shit, because he knew it was going to do what you said, alienate part of his audience. But that's what you got to do, in my opinion. When I had my landscape company, I made my political opinions very well known on social media, and it cost me jobs. But that's where I stood. And if somebody that stood opposite of that didn't like the fact that I stood for that and didn't want to do business with me, then so be it. So be it. But yeah, this is an inflection point. I think everybody needs to be on record, man. Everybody.